Has Harry been lying down this whole time? Harry's over it. Harry's been over it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina, and today I have something that I'm really excited about. So today I am announcing my Harry Potter themed Project Pan, and this should be no surprise to anyone because, as you guys know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan and it borderlines on obsession. I figured my next mini Project Pan, what else would be more appropriate than a Harry Potter themed one? Now down below in the description I have tagged a bunch of my friends to also partake in this Project Pan with me if they would like to. I know there's a lot of people doing a lot of Project Pans right now, and honestly I probably didn't need to add any more products to my Project Pan list, but I did it anyways. So down in the description I tagged a bunch of you guys, but definitely even if you don't have a YouTube channel, if you only have an Instagram, or you just want to partake in this because you think it sounds fun, definitely feel free to. For this, I'm going to be doing a little hashtag so we can all like keep up with each other if we would like to, and the hashtag I will put up on the screen right now. It will also be in the title of this video and in the description, so definitely feel free to add that to your videos if you are doing this, or to your Instagram post if you were doing it that way. Now before we jump into what I picked, how many items it is, how long it's lasting, all of the fun information, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are interested in seeing more videos from me. I do upload every single day, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard, and I don't want you guys to miss out on anything if this sounds of interest to you. I do a lot of Project Pans here, I do Shop My Stashes, and I do miscellaneous makeup videos, so if any of those sound good, definitely make sure to hit that button. And now let's jump into the fun part and talk about what I've added in this project. So last night I sat down and I brainstormed for a long time trying to figure out a way to pick items. So the way my brain worked was I was going to pick 7 items because there's 7 books, so for me that made sense. So each number represents each book, and I just thought about each book in conjunction. Does that make sense? So for like the first one that I picked, I thought of something that would represent the Sorcerer's Stone or the Philosopher's Stone, depending on where you are. Number 2, I thought about something that would represent Chamber of Secrets. So I picked 7 items, and like I said, this is a mini Project Pan, so it's not going to extend for very long. It is a little bit longer than some of my shorter Project Pans, but I just couldn't pass up having this Project Pan end on Harry Potter's birthday, which is July 31st. So this project will start from now until July 31st. I just had to do it. But now we're gonna hop into the items. So like I said, I picked 7. So number 1, all of the Project Pan prompts will be down in the description as well if you would, again, like to join in. So number 1, the way I picked the first item, like I said, I wanted it to represent the first book. So I thought of a moment that I think is something that really stands out to me, and for me, it's when Harry is getting sorted by the sorting hat and he has to choose between, he basically has to choose between Gryffindor and Slytherin, and I left the prompt up to what would you choose, and then based on what you would choose something of that color. So for me, if it was between Gryffindor and Slytherin, I would more likely probably pick Gryffindor, but I had to go with Slytherin because when I was originally sorted into Pottermore, I did get sorted into Slytherin. When they redid the test, I have been a Ravenclaw ever since, but I was originally a Slytherin at one point. So I had to pick something that was green. So for this item, I picked a Dr. Jart item. This is the Sia Pear. I hope I'm saying that correctly. The Tiger Grass Camo Drops. This is essentially a primer, and this is a sample size. I got it in a Sephora order a while ago, and I've never used this, and as you can probably guess, it is a green primer, and I thought it would be appropriate because not only is it something I haven't used yet, but it fits the color theme. So this is my item for number 1. I do want to finish this guy up in entirety. I mean, it's a sample. I should be able to realistically finish this by July. But this is my item for number 1. So number 2, I went back and forth on a few idea prompts for this one. Chamber of Secrets has a lot of really fun moments for me, and I actually picked a moment from one of the movies rather than from the books, and it's actually, it might have been in the book too. I honestly can't remember, but it's just so iconic to me in the movie that I had to pick this one. And it's when Uncle Vernon is telling Harry, they're having their guests come over, and he's telling them to go upstairs and pretend he doesn't exist. And for some reason, that scene always gets me. It's the sass that Harry has, I think, but that scene always gets me. It's always what I think of. It was between that or Dobby, but I couldn't really figure out how to incorporate Dobby. So I went with this one, and I thought it would work out really well. So for this one, number 2 is pick a product that you pretend doesn't exist. And for me, this was easy because I've had this item for like a year now and it's still in its packaging, and I always look at it and I'm always like, I know I need to use you, but I'd rather ignore you. So for me, it's going to be the NYX Hydra Touch Oil Primer. Now I know I have 2 primers in this, but I really need to get some use out of this. I'm not trying to finish this up in this project because it is a brand new item, and like I said, I have other primers in my project pans. I just need to get some use out of this, and I think I started incorporating, because you guys know I do tallies for my project pans. I think I'm going to incorporate a number for all of the items that I don't want to finish in this project, and I think the number is going to be 38. And if you can guess why I'm making it the number 38, leave it in the comments down below and you will be my best friend. So I'm going to try and get 38 uses out of this. I would like to do more than that, but my goal is 38 uses out of this guy. So my third item. Now, The Prisoner of Azkaban is definitely my favorite book of all time. It's my favorite in the series. I just love that book. So for this one, there was a lot of things floating around in my head, but again, I had to go through to the movie because the iconic scene where Trelawney is reading the teacup and she says, "Oh, you have the Grim." That whole scene I love. For this, I was thinking, because in that scene for me, the Grim represents Sirius, which represents kind of the entendre of, you know, Sirius is actually good, but everyone thinks he's bad. So for this, I said, pick a product that everyone hates, but you love. And for me, I don't think it's the product so much, but it is a brand that people hate, and I just love this product so much. So it's like I hide it, but I just love it. So I had to pick my Lime Crime Plushies lipstick. Everyone still dogs on Lime Crime, which I understand why. I'm not saying they don't deserve some of the flack that they get, but I love this lipstick. I love this lipstick, and this is in the color Turkish Delight. This is probably hands down my favorite lipstick of all time, and I try not to talk about it too much because I know a lot of people don't buy from Lime Crime because of all of the issues in the past, which again I do understand, but I picked this up on a whim, not thinking I would like it as much as I do, and I just ended up loving it. So this is definitely my third product of things that most people hate, but I love, like Sirius. So misunderstood. I guess I can't compare a lipstick to Sirius, but you get me. So number 4 obviously is going to be representing the Goblet of Fire, and for this I always think of Cedric, and I had to represent my Hufflepuffs out there, so I said for this, pick an item that is either yellow or gold to represent Hufflepuff. So for this, I picked one of the JCat Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousses. This one is in the color Chrome Galaxy. It's a nice beautiful gold color and I love it. It's actually what's on my lids right now, and I would like to hit pan on this. I don't want to finish this, but I do want to hit pan on it. I just always think of Cedric when I think of the 4th book and the 4th movie, and just Number 5 obviously represents the Order of the Phoenix, and for me the best moment of Order of the Phoenix in both the book and the movie is of course the introduction of Luna Lovegood, who is by far one of my favorite characters of all time, ever in the existence of anything. So for this, I was going to say I was going to try and pick something that represented like her radish earrings, but I don't really have many things that would work for that. I mean, I could have picked a lipstick, but it just didn't feel right. So for this, I said just pick an item that makes you think of Luna in any sort of way, because some people think she's quirky and weird. Some people, like me, I think she's like ethereal and dreamy. So I wanted to pick an item that makes me feel like an ethereal and dreamy princess who doesn't care what anyone thinks, and for that it was pretty easy actually. For that, I picked my Dose of Colors lip gloss in the color The Most, but it's just this beautiful dreamy like iridescent lip gloss, and I don't wear it as much as I thought I would originally. I think I always feel like it's out of place in everyday use, but it really isn't. It's beautiful, and I want to get more use out of this, and it just makes me, I feel like if Luna was to wear a lip gloss, it would be a lip gloss similar to this. It has micro glitters in it, but it has a nice shift to it, and it's just like from every angle it could look different, but it's a good product, which Luna to me is a good person, a good character. I just feel like this works for this. So for the 6th item and for the Half-Blood Prince, I obviously thought of Snape first because we have that big revelation about Snape, but I also, everyone's gonna be like, out of all the things in the book that you thought of this. And for me, it comes down to Arnold the Pygmy Puff. I always think of how Jenny gets Arnold, and of course you guys know I also have my Pygmy Puff who I love. His name is Patrick, the purple Pygmy Puff. So for me, the 6th book always represents Pygmy Puffs. Is that weird? It's weird. So for this, I thought pick an item that you bought just because the packaging was cute, because honestly, at the end of the day, that's all a Pygmy Puff is. It really doesn't help you any, but they're cute and everyone loves having a Pygmy Puff. So for this, I picked my Holika Bunny Petite Lip Gloss. I mean, obviously I bought this just for the packaging. I probably picked the cutest item in my collection, because look at him. I mean, look at him. So this is my 5th item. I don't plan on finishing this. I think I have a good bit of product left in this guy, but I would like to get at least halfway through this product. It's relatively easy if I remember to use it. I think my problem is I forget to use it a lot, but it is an easy product to get through because it's very sheer. So I'd like to have half of this product gone by the end of this project. If I can get further than that, that would be great, but at least half I think is my goal with this. And then number 7, the Deathly Hallows themed one, and for this I had to pick Snape because Snape's my man. And for this, the iconic quote that everyone knows is always. So for this I said to pick an item that is your most loved item. And for me here lately, now this changes for me, but when I thought about it, the first thing that came to mind was, of course, my Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. So I had to pick it. I didn't want to pick it because I don't want to use this up, but I don't think I'm going to aim to use this up in its entirety. I'm not really sure where it is. There is a small mark right here where it looks like it's settled away, so I don't think I've used very much. I think I'm pretty close to the top. So if I can get it down to this line, like the top of this design right here, I think that's what I'm gonna aim for, because I definitely don't think I can finish this up in this amount of time, especially because I have other things I'm working on as far as face, but I think I can probably get about halfway with this. I haven't been wearing makeup as much lately. I really have only been wearing makeup when I film. So for days that I'm not, I think this will be a good thing to throw on my face. This is my Always and Forever Love. I love this item. You guys know this. So this represents number 7 for me. And that, guys, is my entire Harry Potter themed project pan that I will be doing until July 31st. So again, if you want to join me, I tagged a bunch of you guys in the description and anyone can join this. If you do join this, I would love it. I would love to see what everyone picks for these. I think I like that I picked prompts rather than like specific items. That way it's up for your interpretation. It's however you view these certain things, and it gives us an easier variety to try out and use. And for me, these are items that I probably wouldn't have thrown in other project pans, because for me, I feel like a lot of project pans, it's so focused on using up items and not so much just using items you don't use regularly. Now for me, I think you could tell because a lot of my goals weren't to finish up products, but just to use them to a certain point. And for me, that's just been working really well for me as far as project pans this year, and I still feel good about it because I'm still using all of my products and I'm rotating through everything and getting use out of everything evenly. So for that, I really enjoy project pans like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the idea of this project pan. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button before we leave, because I would love to keep you guys updated. I also didn't say this, but I will be doing updates for this every month. You don't have to, you can do bi-monthly, but for me, I will be doing monthly updates for this project, and hopefully that means I will see all of you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!